Strat-O-Matic Excel Carryover League. Brought to you by the Shrimp Troller. 1972 to 1975.
Game 482, Expos and Tigers. Welcome back, baseball fans. 1972-75 Carryover League, continuing the race to the pennant. Tonight we are in the American League North, which this year has turned out to be one of the weaker divisions in the league. We have the Expos at the Tigers. We moved the Expos to the American League, put them in the American League North, gave them a new home. Let's see what has to happen in this rather whatever series. Here we are. In this division, the Expos find themselves a half game back. So you want competition? You got it. There you go. You got competition. By the way, the Expos 2 series ago played Cleveland. Beat them 4-3. Then they played Detroit. Lost to them 4-3. They just like playing baseball. Wins, losses, the whole thing. The Expos like playing baseball. Tigers, the old men of 68, trying to look for that glimmer, sparkle in their eye. Proud team, lost the World Series a year ago to the Pirates. So they're +1 in the tiebreaker. Expos are half game back with 7 games to play. The way this works out, if the Expos were to win 4 of 7, you see, they'd be a half game ahead, but no one owns the tiebreaker. They'd be tied in the tiebreaker, so there'd need to be a game 8. So the Expos need to win 5 of 8 games. Okay. All right. Let's go see what happened. Game 1. Where are we? We're in Detroit. Steve Ranko versus Lolich in this one. Here is that's a John Bacabella home run. And then here, a 2-run Jim Northrup homer. And then a Norm Cash homer. And then we have an RBI double by Jerry White. It's 3-2. Okay. 3-2 game. Mickey Lolich, 8 innings, 6 hits, and 2 runs. So, as a courtesy, he leaves the game for his closer, John Hiller. He didn't have to. Was probably disgruntled when asked to, because John Hiller's a better pitcher. He's got like a 1.47 ERA. Not today, though, because Hiller comes in. It's single, sack bunt, single, strikeout, walk, single, double, single, and then he's gone. John Hiller pitched 2/3 of innings, 6 hits, 6 runs, a walk, and a K, blows the game, and wastes the Jim Northrup homer in the bottom of the 9th. 8-4 Expos. Yay! Expos get a road win. Yay! Woo! Awesome. Great. Wonderful. Game 2. Steve Rogers versus Tom Timmerman. Rogers dominates lefties. Against righties, not so much. What do the Tigers do? They put McAuliffe on the bench. They put Jim Northrup on the bench. They put John Stevenson on the bench. And they light Rogers up. 3-run homer, Bill Freehan. Single error, double, single. This is a 6-1 game. And then the Tigers decide to go to their bullpen again when Tom Timmerman hits the point of weakness in the 6th inning. Timmerman, 5 1/3, 6 hits, 5 runs, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. Bob Veal gets a couple batters out, walks 3. Gary Gentry pitches 2 innings, walks 5. And John Hiller gives up another run in the 9th. All told, Tiger bullpen gave up 3 hits, 4 runs, 9 walks, and the Expos won another one, 9-7. Woo! Expos! Go Expos! Dominating the folding Tigers. As the Tigers are folding up their season, they stink. They're lousy. Wait a minute. Game 3. Now we go to Expo Land. Dave McNally versus Joe Coleman. Little backstory. The Tigers in the previous series lit up Dave McNally like a Christmas tree, and Joe Coleman performed like Cy Young. Today, same thing. Joe Coleman and the Tigers get a road win 9-3. McNally got through 6 innings, 8 hits, 7 runs. Joe Coleman, 9 innings, complete game as the bullpen light was shut off. No communications. Someone disconnected the bullpen phone, and Coleman went 9 innings for a road win for the Tigers. Expos still lead the series 2-1. Okay, now what's going to happen? Let's just toss a coin to decide these games. Game 4, it's Dave Lemanchek for the Tigers, Bill Stoneman for the Expos. This one's almost paint by the numbers, a normal game. Tigers get a run on a ground ball. Expos get a single, double, and a single, and it's 2-1. But then we get a Jim Northrup homer, and it's 3-2. But in the bottom of the 6th, we get a Gary Carter 2-run homer, and it's 4-3. Nice little day to be Dave Lemanchek in a losing cause. He actually went 8 innings, his longest outing of his career. Gave up 11 hits and 4 runs, mostly because we're still not fixing that bullpen phone in Detroit. It's got a bad cord, or the wiring's all screwed up. They can't communicate. So the guys in the bullpen are waving their arms if they want to warm, and there's been no signal from the Detroit dugout. So 8-inning complete game loss for Lemanchek. Stoneman, 8 innings, 6 hits. Oh yeah, all-star closer Dale Murray collects the save in this one. And the Expos are up 3-1. Hey, yeah, Expos, yay, that's great. They're up 3-1. Let's dominate Expos. Okay. Mickey Lolich, Steve Ranko, Game 5. Early in this one, the Expos, a double, a triple, a single, a double. It's 3-0. They're lighting up Lolich. Don't piss off the old men in Detroit again. Single walk, single, it's 3-1. Solo homer by who else? Willie Horton, it's 3-2. Expos get a run, it's 4-2. And then Bob Reynolds, one of the 2 closers the Expos employ, he gets lit up in the 8th inning. Single, double, homer by Jim Northrup. Single, triple, and then in the 9th inning, Al Kaline 2-run homer. And the old men in Detroit come back and win 8-4. Not so fast, Expos. They're winning the series 3-2. We go to Detroit for Game 6. And we've got Dave McNally against Joe Coleman. Okay. We know Coleman's going to win this one, right? Not so fast. Scoreless game into the 6th. Jerry White. Solo homer. In the 9th. Coleman, a walk, a ground out, a walk. He's pulled. Now the Tigers have no chance of winning, right? Hiller comes in, gives up a sac fly. It's 2-0. But not so fast. Don't bury the old men in Detroit. Don't bury the men in 1968 against this expansion team who didn't even exist back then, the 69 Expos. They bring in closer Dale Murray, and the Tigers line up their pinch hitters. Ron LaFleur, Dick McAuliffe, and John Stevenson. They pinch hit for a shortstop, a third baseman, and a second baseman, which I'm glad this game didn't go extra inning because the Tigers would have only had outfielders, first baseman, and catchers left. LaFleur singles, goes to second without a throw with a 2-run lead. McAuliffe ground out, runner goes to third. Stevenson walks, and then Jim Northrup hits a comebacker to the mound. Whoops! Whoopsie doodle! Whoopsie daisy! Dale Murray, the all-star closer, drops the ground ball. Al Kaline double, Bill Freehand single. Ball game tied up. 3 games apiece. Complete and total waste of my time. Would have rather tossed a coin, folks. Would have rather. I got one right here. Let's see. Heads is Detroit. Whoop. Heads is Detroit. Tails is Expos. Okay, we have a heads. So Detroit is going to win this game. 2.5 hour coin toss. As I've been sitting here with this crap between these 2 teams who are going nowhere anyway. So we have a Game 7, all tied 3 apiece. We know the Expos need to win 5 of 8. So they need to win this game in Detroit And then if they have a 4-3 lead, the tie-breaking 8th game will be hosted by the Expos. Today's pitchers, Steve Rogers for the Expos. The Tigers own him by putting the lefties on the bench. And the Tigers have Tom Timmerman out there. And just for shits and giggles, they're going to probably use all their relievers since Timmerman is only a starter 6. That should go over well. Expos, Tigers, somebody's got to win it. That's true. They don't have ties in baseball. Let's get started. It's Jerry White. 2-5. Grounds the first. Ron Hunt, 66. Flies to right. Jorgensen, 110. Single 1 to 15. Gets it. Bob Bailey, 48. Second X. This is Terrell. Bull. Terrell is a 329. And he makes the play. Ron LaFleur. 2-9. Short. I'll show cards for players who do something interesting. I didn't show you the starters cards. Too bad. Al Kaline pops the second. Norm Cash, 310 second. Tell you what, if either of these pitchers do something good through 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 innings, I'll show you the card. How about that? Ron Fairley, 211. Lines first. Stanton, 610. Third X. This is Chalks, the 2E34. Makes the play. Jim Nettles, 63. Pitcher X. Timmerman is an E29. And he commits an error. Error. Gary Carter, 52. Left. Bottom of 2 is Willie Horton. Here's a who. 2-7 Ks. William Freehand, 2-3. Lines of short. Tom Verizer. Third. We go to the third. Billy Grabarker-Pants. That's not all he did. Homer, 1 to 17 off the Timmerman card. It is gone. That is your Billy Grabarkowitz home run. For the pose. If you're counting that sort of thing. Jerry White, 2-3. Lines of first. Ron Dogwell Hunt, 6'11". Pitcher X, Timmerman. Again, he's an E29. He still is an E29. He was last inning. And Mike Jorgensen, 1-7, is a base hit. Robert Bailey, 6'10". Third X. We have the 2E34 stylings that Dave Chalk makes to play. 1-0 pose. Bottom of the third. Jerry Terrell, 36, is a K. Mickey Stanley, 69, center. And then Ron LaFleur back up top. 49, a walk. He's going to try a stolen base. He's in there. Bernhardt second for Dave Chalk. 410, center X. You got a 2E9 in center field. He makes the catch. And Rogers, this is his best performance yet against the Tigers. You know, Rogers has a great earned run average. I might even show you the card if he continues to pitch well. Ron Fairley, 6'10". Catcher's X. Freehand's a 49. How does that happen? Makes the play with a +2 arm. He forget what he's doing behind the plate. Lee Stanton strikes out. Jim Nettles, 67, pops to third. Bottom of the fourth. Alkaline, 36, is a K for Al. Norm Cash, 64, center X. Your center fielder, again, Lee Stanton's a 2E9, and this time Lee cannot corral it or it bounces off his glove. They charge him a 2-base error. Tigers, the tie run at second. 1 out. Willie Horton. Here's a who? 55, second X. This is Dog Will Hunt. 18. Having a great year defensively. Not many hits have gone through that 4 second baseman this year. I think maybe 1. 2 outs. It's Bill Freehand. 1-8. Grounds to short. Don't worry. It's the Tigers. They'll figure something out late in the game. Gary Carter, 2-6 Ks. Billy Grabarkowitz, the run of the day. Now he flies out. Jerry White, 1-3. Pops to third. 1-0 in Detroit. Let's pause a moment for station identification.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
Bottom of the fifth. I wish. Tom Verizer. 2-5. Homer, 1-12. Missed it. Flies left. Jerry Terrell, 38, 1/13, base hit. Mickey Stanley, 2-9, double 1-8. 5 is a double. Second and third, they're going to bring the infield up for Ron LaFleur. 2-7, let's take a look at a card. Somebody did something really good. Ron LaFleur, his rookie card, not really, of 75, first year in the league. He was a rookie prior to that. He's a 258 hitter. Ace stealer, hits righties very well. His defense not very good, doesn't hit lefties very well. But he's the newest guy, had to earn his stripes. He started the year batting 7th because the old guard, said you had to like do your time. Once you did your time, then you can get in the leadoff spot. And now, perfect moment for him to come through with a single ... and the Tigers take a lead. He's going to steal another base. And he's out on a 20. Damn, almost player of the game there. If he would have stolen that one. And with 2 outs, Dave Chalk. 67 is a K. 2-1 Tigers. Before you ask, extra inning rule for the rest of this series, just in case, because the Expos have taken me in extra innings way too much this year. We're going to do the modern Major League Baseball zombie runner at second base to start the inning. We're going to do that for this game, just because I can do that. And I just said I'm doing it, so I'm doing it. I mean, yeah, because I can't do it. I can't play any more baseball with these teams. They're killing me. Ron Hunt, 55, second. Jorgensen, 69, center. Bob Bailey, 38, single. Ron Fairley, 311, hit by pitch. Lee Stanton, 47. K. Timmerman, whoo, close. Almost point of weakness. Come on, Tigers. Dig into that pen, baby. Come on. You know if you blow the lead, you'll come back and win anyway. You got to dig into that bullpen, see what happens. Al Kaline, bottom of the 6th. 1-6, double 1/14 gets it. Norm Cash, 46 is a walk off the Rogers card. Willie Horton, 53, right X. Right fielder's a 2-7. And he makes the catch. Bill Freehand, 63, short X. Shortstop is a 4E44. That is going to be a single dot 2. That loads the bases, doesn't break him. Infield's going to come up with 1 out, 53, right X. Your right fielder, Jim Nettles, is a 2E7. They get a fly ball 9. Huge defensive play by Jim Nettles. Must have been shallow, and he threw a rope to the catcher on 1 hop, and they did not attempt a sac fly there. Tough break for the Tigers, and now your series could be in the hands of Jerry Terrell. 2-7, let's take a look at Jerry Terrell. We saw LaFleur roll a 2-7 with that type of card and get a 2-run single. And Jerry Terrell does the same thing. His 73 Twins card. 265, 450 plate appearances. Free agent, the Twins let go. We've seen the Twins let a lot of their players go while they reinforced their older guard. They lost Bry, they lost Bobby Darwin, they lost Jerry Terrell. And that is a 2-run single. And they're beating up Rogers again. Runner goes to third. It's 4-1 with 2 outs. Mickey Stanley, 2-6, pops to second. All right, 4-1 game. We're going to make a... Are we? Are we? Oh, for Pete's sakes. No, we're not. We're not making the change. Even though it'll just be 2 batters this inning on point of weakness because we have a 3-run lead. And again, we don't trust the bullpen, even Hiller, frankly, but I guess we'll trust Hiller this time around. Top of the 7th is Jim Nettles. 6'10", catcher's X. This is freehand. 4E9. E9 makes the play. Whew. Gary Carter, 59. 111, base hit. Billy Grabarkowitz, 48, second X. But we didn't bring in our good defensive second baseman McCullough. We left Jerry Terrell out there as a 3. And we'll take the ground ball C. Runner at second with 2 outs. And it's Jerry White. 1-3. Pops to third base. Tom Timmerman. Very good pitcher for the Tigers. Let's show you the card now because I'm going to take him out before the 8th inning. Just so you got to see the card we used today, Tom Timmerman's 1972 Detroit Tigers card, 8-10 with a 2.88 ERA in 150 innings. However, he must have gotten injured in August or September, as he was not on the Tigers' postseason roster for some reason. I'm assuming it was an injury. But, yeah, great story for Tom Timmerman, at least, in the regular season, helping the Tigers win the American League East. Bottom of the 7th. Stretch time in Detroit. They got a 4-1 lead. Normally, they've been coming from behind to win their games. Now they're up 3. Of course, they did lose a game when Lolich exited with a lead, and Hiller blew it in the 9th as well. We've been enjoying listening to Stevie Wonder's Fulfillingness. First finale, Boogie on Reggae Woman. Wonderful record. Please Don't Go, Smile Please, Creepin'. The great stuff by Stevie Wonder in 74. Right in the middle of that four-way, those big 4 records, you know. Talking Book, Inner Visions, this, Key of Life. Right in the middle of that wonderful period for Stevie. Got to get them all. All those records, at least. All right. 4-1 game. Steve Rogers will continue into the bottom of the 7th. It'll be Ron LaFleur. 6-10, third X. Bob Bailey. Ooh, the 40-19 at third base. That's a base hit. Let's wait on the stolen base attempt here. Let's do a hit and run with Dave Chalk. Oh, he's not quite good enough a hit and runner to make that a single. That's the line into a double play. Yeah, that's not good. That's stupid, actually. Al Kaline. Al Kaline 1-6 double 1 to 14 gets it. Rogers is the starter 8, so he'll face Norm Cash. Remember, he's good against lefties. And he grounds to short. Wasted opportunity, 4-1 game. Timmerman, we said we were going to take him out. I ain't lying. 3-run lead. Do we dare even think of going 6-out save for John Hiller in a Game 7? Yeah, we're going to do that. I'm a glutton for extra innings here. John Hiller, Tiger closer, 1973, 10-5, $1.44 ERA, 125 innings. They give him the ball. They say, give us 2 innings. You can give up 2 runs, not 3, and we will take control of the American League North. By the way, I know it's late. No, we can do it now. We can bring in some defense to help John. We're going to bring in Northrup. Put him in the LaFleur spot. Mickey Stanley's already in the game. We're bringing McAuliffe. Put him in the Jerry Terrell spot. And we got everything you could want. We got a 3-run lead. We're the Detroit Tigers. We have John Hiller, all our defense, 6 outs to get. Here we go. Leading off in the 8th, it's Ron Hunt. 6-10, third X. This is a 2 third baseman makes the play. Mike Jorgensen, 56, is a K, and with 2 outs, Bob Bailey, 67. Another strikeout. Hiller pumps his fist. He's got lots of juice. He's ready to come back out in the 9th. Now, Steve Rogers has Horton, Freehan. You know what? Horton and Freehan is way too much power for the Rogers card. We're going to take Rogers out after 7, so let's show you the card since you've been waiting this whole broadcast since I forgot to do it at the beginning. Steve Rogers in 73, 10-5, a 1.54 ERA in 134 innings. Talk about debuts, folks. Wow, what a rookie performance. I guess he lost his rookie status in this, but probably didn't pitch enough to get a Rookie of the Year award. Oddly enough, he wouldn't have a year statistically as good as this one. But, of course, he'll have a brilliant career. Mr. Expo. Next year and beyond, he'll be pitching on 3 days rest. But what a brilliant card for Steve Rogers. And we'll go to Bob Reynolds, another brilliant card. Bob Reynolds was traded along with Dave McNally for Ken Singleton. Baylor Moore and Ken Singleton. in a revision of the actual trade that occurred to get those players to their respective teams in more of their prime as they were younger guys, like particularly McNally, who was starting to fade by 74, 75. So Bob Reynolds here in the 8th, trying to keep it close. It'll be Willie Horton. 2-9, grounds a short. Bill Freehand. 4-4, triple one, base hit. Tom Verizor, 64, short X. Grub Barkowitz is a 40-44. Ground ball C, runner in scoring position. For Dick McAuliffe, 311, center. Well, Hiller says thanks a whole lot for that. 4-1 in the 9th, 3-run lead. Can John Hiller protect it and have the Tigers win the series outright, 4-3? No tiebreaker needed. They just simply have won more games. They've already done this. The Tigers won Game 7 versus the Expos in the previous series when Joe Coleman beat Dave McNally. Now, Timmerman's trying to beat Rogers, a much more difficult feat. And he's got their team has a 3-run lead, and we're the Tigers, so we're feeling comfortable here. Ron Fairley leads off, and actually he does pretty well against lefties. He'll swing. No pinch hitter. Here's Ron Fairley. 62, rolls back to the mound. Now you got Lee Stanton, 411, right X, out in right field. You got Al Kalines, a 2-2. And he makes the grab, and with 2 outs, you can go pinch hitter here because Jim Nettles doesn't have any hits on his card. They're going to go to J.L. Lew, the pinch hitter extraordinaire from Houston Astros. 65, short X. This is Verizor. He's a 3-44. He makes the play. And just like that, the Expos, well, yeah, they blew it. They blew the series. They were up 2-0, came home, lost the game, won 2 more. Won 1 more, and then they blew the last 3. And the Tigers have won the series 4-3. And we'll take this right to the post game. A 2-inning save for John Hiller, redeeming himself for that Game 1 failure. Good for him. 2-inning save, 2 strikeouts, nobody reached. Timmerman got the win in a Game 7. That's, yeah. Tigers, I'm telling you, do not bury the Detroit Tigers. I've done this too many times. They're unburyable. They're the zombie squad. It's 1968 over and over again. Different scenarios. They just don't seem to crumble. When it looks like this team can play terrible and then rip off a bunch of wins. 1019, 0108, 41015. The Expos have played 21 games against Cleveland and Detroit, and they are a game under 500. There's that. 1019, 0108, 41015. 15242415. That was a Game 7. Let's see the overall standings and what this all means. Doesn't clinch anything, right? All this does is an exercise to determine who's going to be in first place and who's going to be in second place when the series is over. And with 7 games to distinguish that. We've distinguished it because the Expos are a game and a half back, 2 back, head-to-head tiebreaker. Just not enough time. It's only 1 more game anyway. That would have been available. Yeah, 2016 Tigers hitting .254 with a 3.51 ERA. Joe Coleman, I said he was dominating. He's 7-1. Lolich is 6-2. Got a no decision in the game Hiller lost. Hiller, for all that gump I gave him earlier, is 2-1 with 6 saves, 8 runs in 18 innings. Get rid of 6 of those. He's given up 2 runs in 17 innings. We have Willie Horton with 13 homers and 35 RBI to pace the squad. 20-16. Meanwhile, your Expos, yeah, you know, it's a real shame. Really like this team, but they're 18-17. They just don't know. They don't know how to ride the wave of success. You go up 2-0 on the road and lose 4 out of 5 after that. Rogers is 5-2, which is nice, but he's given up 31 runs of 63 innings. That's not that nice. Dale Murray's got 8 saves, but that one walk-off loss really hurt his team. Of course, there was an error in there, but he made the error. He's an E38 pitcher, so he made the error. That's a real shame. Not a lot of power in the squad. They're a 246 hitting team with a 382 ERA. Yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Let's go look at the overall standings in this somewhat disappointing division. There it is. And there it is. The Tigers would play the White Sox in the next round of 5. 8 over 500, 4 over 500. That's 2 games back. Let's see. 3 games of 2 won't do it. Tigers would have to beat the White Sox 4 games to 1 to knock the White Sox out of a potential number 2 seed while attempting to clinch divisions for each squad. And the Expos have to hold off the possibility of the Indians catching them for second place if the Indians rip off 4 straight wins. But the Expos are probably safe enough to be the second place team in this division, which means they might have the glory of playing the winner of the Brewer Twins in their next series, which looks a lot better than facing the Tigers. Break up those Detroit Tigers. They win the series 4 games to 3. Thanks for checking this out. We'll see you next time.